Hi, this is Miranda from My Scrappy Life, and welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a process video for the scrap room and the flavors of the month, and I am using the November sketch, and I absolutely love how this sketch looks. I just enjoyed everything that I did with this. I pretty much stayed as close as possible. There's just a couple of things that I changed, but for the most part, I am pretty well, it is it. So I am using the Simple Stories Simple Vintage Flannel Season Flavors of the Month, and I absolutely love this collection. It is by far one of the best flannel style winter style Simple Stories collection that they have come out with in a long time. Now, please remember, I do get the embellishment kit along with the regular Flavors of the Month kit. I get the embellishment kit, and I also get the paper kit. That is the set that I always use. And remember, I am also a big, heavy embellisher. And what that means is that for the most part, I get maybe one or two layouts tops because I am a heavy embellisher. However, most individuals can get up to 4 layouts with having the flavors of the, like having the full collection. So that would mean the Flavors of the Month, the embellishment kit, and the paper kit. Now, I used to, back in the day, just get the Flavors of the Month kit, and I learned that because I'm a heavy embellisher, I needed the embellishment kit. So then I added that to mine. Then when I became the design team, I picked the pattern paper add-on collection as well for my set. So that is what I am working with. I am really using my collection pretty wisely. I will tell you, you probably see my hands move every once in a while. I am video chatting with one of my teacher friends as I am doing this layout, so you may see my hands looking like I'm talking, and I'm trying not to show that, but there are times that you'll see it. So I'm just going through and I'm following it pretty much to the T. Now, I do not do the ribbon on the other side because I double it up on the side that you're seeing me work on it now. So this is just ribbon out of my stash. I have no idea where I got it from. Couldn't tell you, but the colors match wonderfully for what I am using for this collection. Now, I am going to try, or I use the two pieces and I get them attached. I use my little stapler, the tiny attacher. And then I realized that I didn't have staples, that I had to find the staples. And so it took me a minute to get this. But once I get it down, so what I did is that I just glued the backing of them to the backside of this layout, and then I just used my tiny attacher and stapled it so that they stay like in place of where I needed them. So I'm just going through and I'm doing that on both sides to make sure that both of these pieces stay put so that I don't lose them. And then I do get them tied, and I just love how it turns out. I love how this layout turns out. I know that it's kind of bulky and big, but that part doesn't bother me. I don't always necessarily have a bunch of heavy embellishments, like where it's really thick and bulky like this. So it's okay if I have one or two. So I'm working on getting this to look right because I don't necessarily tie it as a bow, but I make it look like a bow by the time I get everything down. So what you're seeing me do off camera a little bit is me just getting my tiny attacher in there to attach it down so that this ribbon stays the way I want it to, so that it looks like it's supposed to be. And then I do play with everything else when it comes to this to make it look good, to make it lay flat, to get it to show right. So you're seeing me just kind of trying to get these two pieces to lay right so that it falls correctly and it lays down. So then when I go into put my embellishments, which will be pretty much stickers. It looks like it's supposed to be part of the ribbon, and it looks like I was trying to have a bow, and you would like untie the bow. So I am very much about comfort foods in the middle of the winter, anytime, fall, winter. And this one, if I remember correct, oh, I know which one this is. This was my first time making, golly, it was one of my Greek dishes. I think it was, I can't remember, but it was one of my Greek dishes that I did. I had to go back and I'd have to go back and look in exactly, but it was one of my first times that I've ever made it, and it turned out wonderful. I loved it. It was so good. I ate every last bit of it for leftovers and all of that. My family did too like it, but they don't like leftovers. So I ended up, I think if I remember correctly, I think I ended up eating all of these. But anyway, so these are my two photos. Now, the one photo is a little bit longer than the other, so I just decided to do 4x4 and a 4x3 because I don't make the long ones like that. I don't like that size, but that's just me, and that's all I changed on this. I didn't add the ribbon on the other side because I was so heavy. Excuse me, I am so sorry. So heavy on the side where I do have that. So I go blistering memories. Memories, I think is what it is. And it's, winter, and we really don't get blistering winters around here, but we do get the cold. And when you live in the South and you don't have winter like you're used to having where I'm from back north, you kind of forget how cold feels. So now I'm just kind of trying to, so what I'm doing here is I'm going to place this deer, and then you'll see me cut the antlers off only because I needed it to fit and I didn't want it so bulky. And you can't even tell that by the time you get done with this and doing the layout, you can't even tell I cut those ears. It just works out perfectly. It just looks like it's attached to the Y and calling it a day. So make sure you check out, everybody. Make sure you check out both channels. If you come from mine or from the Scrapbook, welcome. I'm so glad to have you. All of that fun stuff. Make sure that you hit the like and subscribe button as well to either one of ours if you have not already. So here I am. Now this is where I'm going to play with this ribbon. Now I'm going to make it to where I want it. I want it to look, how can I explain this? I want it to look like it's a present without it being truly a present, okay? So I found this sticker that had this bow, and yes, I know I'm putting it the other direction versus where the string is, but it really makes this layout look fantastic. I am also using my dimensionals to hold up some of the pieces that I need it to. And it just ties it all together. I just really like how it turned out. I love it. And then I'm just kind of playing around. Kind of just playing and making sure that all of this looks right and everything. I know that this is going up on the Scrap Room channel the week before Thanksgiving. So I hope that you guys all, if you celebrate, I hope you guys have a wonderful week. When this goes live, I will be on my Thanksgiving break. I get a whole week off from Thanksgiving from school. So I am on my first day when this goes up. When I obviously film it, edit, it's way before that. But I am just kind of going through everything, just adding it. I'm trying to follow the pieces. Those little strips are on the top. I just, instead of using word bits, I am using some of the sticker embellishments and going that route for that area. I also loved using these two birds. It just tied it all together. I don't know. I just loved I love this collection, so it didn't matter what I used. It just fit. Even though that I've got food on here, I've got birds, I've got a deer, I got a present, and we're not even close to Christmas. I just loved everything about this. So these houses, I first put them down. I didn't like it. Forgot to turn the camera off. So you're seeing me muster with it. And then I take it off. And then I turn the camera off. And then I try to get it on there. And then I figure it out. And then I didn't like where it was at. So then I had to take it back off again. But now I like it where it's at. I wanted it to be stuck right where the blistering is. And they just kind of follow down. Because I'll come in and make some other embellishments in there as well. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. And then I add this piece up here, and I really like this. And this is where, even though that the twine and stuff that you can see on both sides are supposed to be there, because I didn't add the full piece, I made sure that I used a little bit here in the corner so that you could see that I kind of did. And then, of course, I had to make it snow because it's, blistering memories. And then that is it. Make sure that you check the still shots out. I hope that you guys are all staying safe. Have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.